and welcome to another episode of On the Couch. I'm Siobhan Clark, and tonight we have part 2 of our awesome Bermuda tribute to Whitney Houston. But first, we have with us Mr. Andrew Phillips, aka the Animal. How are you?
Hi, Siobhan. How you doing?
Been a couple of months since I'm seeing you, huh?
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's nice seeing you, though. You
Absolutely.
look great.
Thank you very much. And of course, you are the CEO of Global Arts Entertainment.
Yes, I am.
And through that, you guys put on the 100-Day Challenge.
Mm-hmm.
You do the National High School Challenge.
Mm-hmm.
You do many local concerts.
Yes.
Youth News you're involved in, Youth Harvesting Conference, Annual United Nations International Skill Conference, and the Annual Bermuda Youth Conference.
Yes.
Wow. You're busy.
Yeah, it's the community, you know. That's what I do. That's what we're into.
Absolutely.
Right now, the community needs an increasing amount of help, especially in the hard times we're in. So, you know, we appreciate the support from sponsors and, of course, all of us to, you know, pull us through at these times.
Absolutely. And I mean, obviously, you're definitely passionate about the youth.
Yes.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about the youth involvement before we get to the real juicy stuff, the 100-Day Challenge.
In the youth involvement, okay, well, all the schools, we tend to deal with the ages from 13, 14, 15, and 16. That point right as they're about to leave high school and start their careers. So we focus on them in terms of their fitness, their mental state. Now we find, food is the challenge with lunch programs and whatnot. And, we just create steady programs that they can have and be a part of so that they have a strong foot before they start the second part of their life. Or before they start their life.
Before they start their, yeah. So the lunch program, you have a special program for lunch, or you're just saying that there's a need for that?
Well, the lunch program is something that's really just come up.
Okay.
We support national food campaigns like the West End, East End food hamper campaign. And what in actual fact they do is they feed needy and elderly families. Now what we've seen since recessionary times is we have to increase the amount of food runs. It's a lot more families that receive food. And so the youth help in a number of ways. At one point, all the schools would gather food and, gather, food and supplies to put in hampers. And another point, the latest part to come up is that some children aren't going to school because they just don't have any lunch, whether it's embarrassment or humiliation, or the mother just doesn't wish to hear it from the school.
Right.
So we're right now about to kick into this program really hard. And it's just to provide just the basics. I don't think that any child, especially in our country, should have to go or not have to go to school because they don't have any lunch.
Absolutely.
So we're really going to attack this problem now.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, of course, it's interesting because it seems like, we're talking about the youth and the lunches, and then, of course, you have the 100-Day Challenge.
Yes.
So let's talk about that. Now, tell us, what is the real deal with the 100-Day Challenge? Is it about reality TV and the ratings? Or is it about a real passion for obesity and health on the island?
Well, okay, first of all, as I'm going to release this. As the creator of the Bermuda 100-Day Challenge, what I have found, because we're entering our 5th season now, this is our 5th season, that a lot of people will come on the 100-Day Challenge, and of course, it's a machine. So they're actually going to lose weight. But after it finishes, right, it's like they just slide a table right back with the jaws unhinged and put all the food back on. And of course, I come under the spotlight for Animal, you're just using them for ratings, and really, it's not true because I have a number of projects that you have already stated that are geared to help the community.
Yes.
So I had to come out and tell them, listen, look, what I designed the 100-Day Challenge based on was my own substance and alcohol abuse and addiction. I see food as an addiction. Now the psychologists and the doctors are running for me saying that no, food can't be an addiction because you need food to live. Nobody's addicted to broccoli, really. You seen anybody addicted to a carrot? So basically, And I'm tired of hearing a lot of nonsense around my head.
So it's more than just the food. It's actually what's in the foods that we're addicted to.
Exactly. The reason you go for a Cadbury chocolate every night is because you want a Cadbury chocolate.
No,
it ain't got nothing to do with
chocolate?
something. I bet you in general. You look good, Siobhan. God, you look fine.
You don't have to.
Siobhan was a member of the Bermuda 100 Day Challenge. And look what we do. Look what we do. Oh.
No, see, you're wrong. But, you know, what I find interesting, and I admit it was by chance that I happened to come across the 100-Day Challenge on TV the other night. And I found it interesting that you now have a psychologist on board. I have two questions / comments. One, it's interesting, the panel of guests, well, the panel of judges that you use. One, of course, and I love him with all my heart, Dr. Johnson. And, you know, his interest is really plastic surgery, what do you call it? Not restorative surgery, but
reconstructive.
Reconstructive, yeah. So it's interesting to think of his interest in people losing weight when they would probably go to him for liposuction or something like that. So it's like at the end of the day, you know, now you have Sia Wilson, and I really admire her. I've told her that in person. I think she's awesome. She's very much to the point. She's very hardcore. You know, I've already heard I can feel the energy in the room during the meetings with the judges. And so the psychologist said on the show, the first show, that, you know, the harsh, aggressive way of saying, you know what, you're fat, you need to lose weight, look at you, isn't the way to go. So that's where I'm still kind of challenged on whether it is for the ratings or if it's for the person. Because the reality is, as the psychologist even said, it's way more than cutting calories, going to the gym, there's psychological things and all sorts. So let's go back to that question.
I think that people, if they're fat, they need to face up to it.
Okay.
Yeah. No. And I know, because it goes right back to the very first point that I made. I based it on my own, you know, my own areas of inadequacy. You know, when I used to fool myself, like as a young boy, like a lot of young boys. I wanted to please my father, and I wasn't good in many things. I wasn't good in school. I wasn't good in sports. And one day I went to National Stadium, and my father was taking me. It was for a cross-country meet. And I had visions. I'm telling you, running Carifta. I had visions of Bob Marley calling me. Man, Andrew, I saw you running last night, man. Man, you must be a Jamaican running like that.
Well, careful now, you have both. Jamaicans can run.
Yeah, exactly, right? So I dreamt of all these celebrities calling me, and you know, I just knew I was going to come first place, you know. Yeah, my mom was saying Michael Jackson was on the phone. He saw you running. I came 47.
Well, depending on how many
So I have to say,
running,
realistically, inside myself, man, I'm not really that good in running, right? You know what I mean? And you know, I mean, later on in life, I found it hard, but you know, I found myself running from other things. I did turn out to be not that bad.
Okay,
so yeah, you know, I mean, when you come on my show, like, let's face it, you're coming here because you're obese, you're overweight. You know, you're not. So if you're coming here for the psychological cuddling and everything, go home. Let your honey say you ain't fat. Have another Haagen-Dazs bar. Come on. You don't have to come on the show for that.
So I have to ask you. I have to ask you then. Two questions. One, in your bio, I read that you had a complex when you were younger about being skinny. So do you target plus-size people because of that complex?
No, I feel that I can help plus-size people because of that complex. Okay. When I was young, I was so skinny. My mom used to have jokes like, you know, if I had a pair of pants that I didn't like, just walk down the street sideways, nobody would see you. You know, the children at school said, you know what I mean? You know, here's a chicken. Look at his legs. He's got chicken legs. And then he's too tall to be a chicken. Let's call him Super Chicken. This, you know, I mean, these were complexes that I lived with and I grew up with. They sent me, you know, they sent me through turmoil. And one of the key things is the 100-Day Challenge. What makes it an arena is the community, is the walls. once you get on that show, everybody sees you. You're in the grocery store and the lights seem like they go out at the whole shop, other than on your shopping cart. I've had a lady steal a chocolate and leave the money.
So it really wasn't about stealing, it was just getting the chocolate.
Yeah, so basically, it's you facing up to the point that you're obese, you're overweight, and it's not working by yourself in the gym because nobody's looking. You get tired fast, and you use the community for support. And we do. As a community, we're very supportive.
Yes.
The vibe would be that, oh, it's negative, they're going to laugh at you because you're fat. No, they admire you for saying that you're fat.
Stepping forward.
And stepping forward and doing something about it. And they're there with you for the whole 100 days.
So
and that's the magic of it.
So here's my final question to you.
Look at you once again.
Well, hold on. Because I was going to ask, can plus-size people be beautiful? Do you feel that there are attractive plus-size people? Because I'm still plus-size.
That's what he's on their trick questions here.
No, it's not. It's not.
Everybody can feel beautiful within themselves for who they are. But when you feel you're too fat, see me.
Okay. Well, of course, thank you very much for sharing. Of course, we're here in the fabulous Fresco's Wine Bar. We're here celebrating the loss of a music mogul. And the purpose of this Bermuda's tribute is that we will be featuring local talent performing Whitney Houston hits. Ladies and gentlemen, Sia Spence with I Believe in You and Me.
Eternally, but as far as I can see, you will always be the one for me. Oh, yes you will. I believe in dreams again. I believe that love will never end. And like the river finds the sea, I was lost, now I'm free. 'Cause I believe in you and me. I will never leave your side. I will always hear your cries. When all the chips are down, hey, I will always be around, just to be right where you are, my love. Oh, you know I love you, boy. I will never leave you out. I will always let you in. To places no one's ever been, deep inside, just to see that I believe in you and me. Oh yeah, but maybe I'm a fool to feel the way I do. But I would play the fool forever, just to be with you forever. I believe in miracles, and who's a miracle? And yes, baby, you're my dream come true.
viewers, ladies and gentlemen, that was Sia Spence. She's been singing since the tender age of 10 years. She is the lead vocalist for the Legacy Band. She's opened for Patti LaBelle, Babyface, Sean Paul, Freddie Jackson, Anthony Hamilton, Earth, Wind and Fire, and many more. She was the 2005 Bermuda Idol. She's performed at Apollo Theater and performed with Toni Braxton. That's Bermuda's very own Sia Spence singing Whitney Houston.
So beautiful.
In just a few minutes, we'll be right back on the couch.
That was so beautiful. You got a quality show. You have a high quality show. That's
Thank
very
you.
good.
I've got tests tomorrow, I have exams tomorrow. You know, you have to train and you have to keep your grades up. So I think it makes you a very, very disciplined person at the end of the day.
So I'm